Hello YouTube, welcome to the board of the Bantu, and I am going to drop this last video of the series Bill and Camille. I've decided to move the rest to Patreon because I wasn't quite comfortable with the things that the energy on Bill was saying, and I don't think that they should be on YouTube, and I was censoring myself a hell of a lot. So I'm gonna go to Patreon where I just allow the demons to take over and they can say what they want to say and all that jazz. So I am going to continue with the Bill Cosby thing, and for YouTube I have decided to do Bill and Camille. Did she know about her husband's shit? Does she know who her husband is? And is she innocent or guilty in this mess? Because she came out last week that Janice said he did her. Janice said Bill did her while his wife was upstairs eating salad or whatever it is that people do. So 30 minutes. I'm trying to keep my videos short. 30 minutes. Bill Cosby and Camille, their relationship. Before I begin, I'd already forgotten my grandma Shopezai does not play that. She doesn't. Hail the Bantu. For they have survived thousands of years. Diseases, slavery, colonization, wars, total anarchy, great poverty, great wealth. Hail the Bantu, the children of God, those who have never sailed off their shores to fight a war with anyone else. Hail the Bantu for their strength, their resilience, their beauty, their union as a people under one God. Hail the Bantu for their differences, for they are a mosaic of cultures. They are all the colors in the universe. For they do accept differences and they do love differences, because at the end of the day, they all know that they are wildebeest. They are wildebeest. They have one common goal: walking towards the land of milk and honey. Kneeling and bowing to their ancestors because they know they are because of them. Hail the Bantu for keeping up all the lessons God gave us from generation to generation without even thinking about it, without even going to a book, living it every day. For who doesn't know that to the Bantu, walking alone is a no-no? Don't let another walk alone. When I was in the village, I used to go to the bathroom with my cousins, and my cousins didn't even need the bathroom. The bathroom was the bushes with the leaves. We used to go together as a group, and they would be standing there watching as I did my thing, or I would be standing there watching as they did their thing. Because hey, we don't walk alone. We don't walk alone. We are Bantu. Okay. And welcome to your board, the Bantu. Welcome to your board of justice, your board of spirituality, your board of religion. Right here, right now. And this is your chosen, Miss Xhosa. Okay. I can't say I represent my tribe, but I represent my ancestors, the Xhosa, okay, of the Western Cape. You know, who are about their business, okay, who love women, who love all foreign things, because a lot of their women are foreigners, okay, who are strategic, clear, cool thinkers, and who are warriors of note. Yes, I'm their progeny. Okay, so we're going to do Bill Clinton and Camille. Okay, first we call Camille into the place. Camille. Camille, this is a very straight-backed black woman, like straight back, saw walking in, very black, very rigid in her ways, very conservative. Okay, she is strong as fuck. You know, you don't mess with Camille. She says, yes, you don't mess with me. Okay, you mess with me, you get it. They're always messing with Bill. Always messing with Bill. Them whores deserved what they got. If they'd stayed away from my husband, if they had respected me and my marriage, the shit would not have happened to them. It happened to them because they wanted fame and fortune. Do you know what it feels like? To watch your husband fuck so many women you can't keep count. And you still have to uphold that marriage, uphold that life. Take care of your children. And keep smiling. Because you know in the end that your husband can't help himself. He can't. How can he? So many of them were throwing themselves at him. Yes. There were things I saw, but I will never take their side. I was like, bitch, what were you doing with him in the first place? And that's where I stand. There's no dissonance with this one. Okay. No dissonance. Okay. So, I don't know what to do now. She said, of course you don't. You get a lot of liars. And you get a lot of dirty souls. Of course you don't. I'm going to go Bill. Bill. And the energy that represents Bill walks in. Okay. And it's flashing. It's full of, today its energy is full of lust. L-U-S-T. Or maybe it's because it's standing next to Camille. He said, of course. I want her all the time. She's beautiful when she's dead. Why do you think I married her? I didn't treat her no different from all the others. She just took it better. She's strong. Not a lot of strong women like that left. She's old school strong. She knows what her husband wants and she gives it to him. In fact, she used to take herself out. She used to say, I'm going to take myself out tonight and you can do what you like. Is that true? He says, yes. What is the problem? No problem here, ma'am. No problem. He says, this right here is the love of my life. If I could feel love. And he laughs. Everybody has a half. Someone who understands and someone who gives you what you need. Don't you think? I haven't met that one yet. We're still looking for good Xhosa boys. Okay. Show me your relationship, Bill and Camille. This is a very symbiotic relationship. This is Camille right here in front of me. And this is Bill over here. Okay. Bill is so small. And this is the energy that stands for Bill. Bill is so tiny, you guys. So small. Very young. I'm going to do that reading on Patreon. I'm going to do the reading on Patreon where I get to talk to Bill by himself. So this is the energy that represents, this is the demon. Oh, fuck it. This is the demon right here. Okay. And this is Camille. And Camille and the demon, they get along very well. They get along very well. She looks up to him and he looks up to her. They share everything. everything. Okay, literally everything, all the money and everything. They share it. Mr. Demon over here obviously pulls the purse strings, but don't get it twisted. Camille has power too over this shit. She has power over this shit. And this is all their money. And some money Camille is going to make by herself after Bill is gone. She's going to write a book or something after Bill is gone. Okay. There's a loss that really gets them. The loss, it gets Camille more than it gets him. The loss of their children. He seems to have expected it, right? But she cannot, she got over it, but you know what I'm saying. I think normal human beings know what I'm trying to say. So they have a lot in common. You ain't wrong. Camille has no problem with going under and allowing her husband to do whatever he wants with her. She has no problem with it. It does not bother her. She says, I don't like sex very much. So when I'm out of it, it's even better. When I'm out of it, it means I don't know what's happening. I just wake up the next day and I'm good and life goes on. I'm not a sexual being. I don't need it and I don't care. But of course, he needs it and he cares. So when did it first begin? Since you are right here in my face, when did it first begin? When he courted her, during the courting, he chloroformed her. I don't know what he did during the courting. He chloroformed her. She says, I was very young. And then, he did what he did. And then she woke up and then she realized he'd done what he did. But she'd been afraid of having sex with him anyway. So she said, thank God. I'm sorry. I have to laugh. She says, she goes, why are you laughing? I say, thank God. Oh my God. Anyway, she said, thank God. And she said, I liked it. Being out of it. Having to do that. I got pregnant while I was out of it. Okay. Okay. She said she got pregnant while she was out of it. She didn't have time to be a participant. Okay. She got pregnant, had her kids. She said, yes, that's how it always was. And I was okay with it. She said, I don't have to feel the trauma. I don't have to clench my teeth. I don't have to suffer the degradation of that whole sexual business. Were you abused as a child? Says yes. So this works for me. It worked for me. Right. I could still be a wife, but not really participate. So she controlled Bill that way. She had the goodies. She had the goodies. Like they say in initiation. If you have the goodies, you can control your husband. She controlled Bill. The control of this marriage is definitely in Camille's hands. It's not in Bill's hands. It's in Camille's hands. She controlled him. She says, yes. And I did a damn good job of it too. She says, yeah. And he says, the energy that is him says, I let her control the earthly world. What do I need it for? I had other things to do with my life. She could control the earthly world. But this energy really has an affinity for Camille. It's not like he's making it up. He really has an affinity for Camille. In the meantime, here is Bill, who shares his life with this energy. Very young, very small, out of it. Okay. It's pretty much Not much to ask here. I'm going to ask Camille about the girl. I mean, she already said it, but let us ask her in detail. And then it's a done deal. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay, Camille, tell me about the rape, Bill's rape. She says, I was there for some of them. Not necessarily in the same room, but I knew what was going on. Like I said, there were whores who were asking for it. Then she says, I'm really surprised they were traumatized by that. Surely, having sex while you're conscious and wide awake is more traumatizing. What do you think? She's asking me. What do you think? I want to be awake. I want to know what's happening to my body. Okay, give me one. Were you there when Janet was raped by Bill? Were you there? Were you there? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? At first she was, but 2 shells have fallen, saying on the rest of the occasions she wasn't there. In fact, one says she even forgot about Janice altogether. So at first she was, right? She was there, but then, eventually she wasn't. She didn't even think about it anymore. She keeps on saying, I'm surprised these girls are traumatized. She's surprised. Bitch is surprised. She says, surely this is better than, knowing what's going on. Surely this is better. I'm surprised. She truly is. Right now, Camille is holding on to Bill's money. She's really holding. Something's going on with Bill's finances because all her worries and all her problems are looking at Bill's finances. That's what she's thinking about. That's what she and Bill, this is Bill, are worried about. The money seems to be disappearing, and it seems to be disappearing pretty fast. I'm asking her a question about the rape. She's going straight to the money. She said, what's to tell? It wasn't rape. Yeah. Really? Says it wasn't rape. Says, look. You come to a function to meet a man. Or he calls you to his house and you go to meet him. Don't you think the call is a bit suspicious? Don't you think you being called to the function is a bit suspicious? Of course you do. I'm a woman too. I know these things. Of course you do. My husband never attacked anyone he didn't first flirt with or woo or do all that stuff first. They are not telling you about the presents that they got from Bill. They are not telling you about the money he spent on them before this business started happening. They are not telling you about the doors that he opened for them. That girl, Lisa Bonet, he opened doors for her. They are not telling you these things. No, they are not. He got Lisa into the movies. They are not telling you all the good things he did for them. They're just telling you, he raped me, he raped me, he raped me. They are not telling you the good things. I know how my husband spends money. I used to see the receipts. Before these rapes went down, there were lunches, there were dinners, there was flirting, there were presents, there were gifts. Their story is one-sided. And they only said it because they could no longer get anything out of him. Their story is one-sided. They are not sharing the truth. The truth is they were in relationships with my husband. They were fighting for my husband, the whole lot of them. That's the truth. The truth is they threw themselves at him. And the truth is he spent a lot of money on them, connections and so on them. They're not telling the truth. So why should I worry about them? I'm worried about the money. It's my job to take care of my husband, and I always have, and I always will. So tell us about Janice and her relationship with Bill. Camille, tell us about Janice and the relationship with Bill. She was one of them. Camille talks, man. She was one of them. Okay. Camille, tell us about your relationship. No. Tell us, Camille, tell us about Janice's relationship with Bill. Tell us about Janice's relationship with Bill. Tell us about Janice's relationship with Bill. He did a lot for her. A lot. She was never going to make it without my husband. And the relationship ended. The relationship ended. So are you saying the relationship ended? Okay? Let me just put that aside. Yeah, the relationship did end. So, this is what Camille is saying about the relationship between Bill Clinton and Janice. Okay? I don't know what she's basically she's saying there was no relationship of that nature. This is a no. There was no relationship of that nature between Janice and Bill. There wasn't the relationship of gifts and presents like she has accused other people of. Okay? There wasn't that relationship. It didn't exist. That's what she's saying here. She is saying these two people led two different lives away from each other. But there were favors given. Bill did a favor for Janice, which put her on the map. Is that what she was saying? She says yes. Before or after the incidents? She says after. Says it was profitable this was a profitable thing. She gave her body. He got her a major contract that put her on the map. Bill is always grateful and he always pays for what he gets. Okay, so this saw judges others by how she sees herself. This soul just has a different perspective to life. This soul is a very strong soul. This soul is a very interesting soul. And it has been a pleasure meeting you. She says, okay. She says they placed my husband's good name in trash cans and in danger when they benefited from him. No matter what they say he did to them, he paid them for the privilege. And that, she just said that. And that's her argument. And that's the argument that's all over the shelves. All over the shelves, she is saying that they were paid for the privilege. So it wasn't rape. It was whoring, not rape. On that note, thank you all so much. Like I said, I am going to be putting this special on Patreon just because I can be more free to say what I need to say. Like